They weren't enemies, they were his brothers, and they threw him in a pit just because he had a dream. Have you ever been hurt by the ones who were supposed to love you most? Sometimes the people closest to you are the ones who push you the farthest away. This is the story of Joseph, the dreamer, who was betrayed by his family and forgotten by the world. But God never forgot. Stay with me, because what happens next will show you how God can use betrayal, rejection, and even strangers to position you for your destiny. Joseph was just 17 when his brothers stripped him of his robe and threw him into a pit. They couldn't handle his dreams, his favor, his potential, so they sold him. Think about that. Not only did his brothers betray him, they profited off his pain. And that caravan of strangers? It took him far from home, to Egypt, to a place where no one knew his name. He was alone, abandoned, but not forgotten by God. In Potiphar's house, he served faithfully until he was falsely accused and thrown into prison, now twice betrayed, twice buried. But here's the turning point. Even in the prison, God was working. Even through injustice, God was positioning him. Because in that same prison, Joseph would meet the cupbearer, the connection that would lead him to Pharaoh. But what happened next was completely unexpected. One day, Pharaoh had a dream, one no one could interpret, except Joseph. The same Joseph they tossed in a pit, the same Joseph they forgot in prison. In one moment, Joseph went from prisoner to prince. God didn't just restore him, he elevated him. Because when people reject you, God redirects you. And here's the truth. Sometimes the betrayal is the blessing. The pit was the path. The strangers were the setup. God used every painful step to position Joseph to save a nation and forgive the very family that hurt him. So I'll ask you, what pit are you in right now? What betrayal still weighs on your heart? What if it's part of your story on purpose? If this spoke to your soul, don't scroll past. Drop a in the comments and declare, God is still working. You're not buried, you're planted. And what tried to break you might be what God uses to build you. If Joseph's journey moved you, watch this next video. When it feels like God is silent, he's working behind the scenes. It will change how you see every delay, betrayal, and detour. God is not done with your story.